Hello and welcome to the third episode of Bash Bros Sports and Betting Podcast. With me as always, the man, the dude, the bro, Nick Pastorella. What's up?
What up? That was a
Dude,
terrible way to intro.
that was
terrible.
that was a horrible
That
intro.
sucked.
Yeah,
That sucked.
we're just gonna move on from that. Yeah. We're just gonna forget about that lag right there that you just had.
Yeah. My brain did lag for sure.
I'm upset. I'm
Why are you upset, Devin?
I'm very upset. I woke up this morning to a notification of Stephon Gilmore being traded to the Panthers. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Not bad. Panthers just lost their first round pick in the cornerback that they had drafted. They needed to, beefing up that defense to, keep them rolling.
Right.
And then I went and did some research. And the Packers were very, very interested in Stephon Gilmore. They wanted him. However, we did not have the cap space to make a trade. The only way we could have gotten him was if he was cut, and then we could sign him to I don't know what it was, but that would be the only way that we could have gotten him. And
it was a 1-year deal.
Yeah, I know it's a rental, but I would have loved to have had Stephon Gilmore. Just his veteran leadership and him helping out Jair Alexander, who, by the way, I believe I read is out this weekend, so that's going to really suck. But the Panthers swooped in for a 6th-round pick and got Stephon Gilmore.
I mean, they got the capital to do so. So
They do.
I'm surprised that it was what's it called? Like a surprise.
At least he didn't go to a team that I hate. Like, Panthers is a respectable team. Nobody really hates the Panthers. You can't. Maybe when, I don't know, Cam Newton maybe, but you just can't hate Sam Darnold and the Panthers and what they're doing over there.
You know what? That's funny that you bring that up because I had a conversation with someone who said that they hated the Panthers specifically because of Cam Newton. And they could not give me an actual reason why they hated Cam Newton.
I mean, nowadays you could, but
a little bit, yeah. I mean, yeah, now, but like when he was on the Panthers and led them the way that he did, like I was like, why do you hate Cam Newton? And then it finally came out that it was because of the way he dressed, and I'm like, well, that's just a petty reason to hate somebody,
right? I mean, so is that like Cam Newton is the NFL equivalent of Russell Westbrook and his outfits that he's got going on over there.
But I'm fucking here for it, man. I like that.
Oh
shit.
Yeah,
be expressive.
If I had the money, shit, man. So
swear.
Oh man.
Well, I mean, he is going to be. I mean, it's a fucking words. If the Panthers don't re-sign him, there's a possibility of free agency at the end of the year. So there is a possibility that you could cut some fat off. I mean, Aaron Rodgers probably retiring this year, which means
he's not retiring. He's just going to leave the Packers.
He's probably retire, but okay. So he's gone. Who's the Devontae Adams is going to leave? So there's your capital.
Yeah, and a lot of depression. Check up on me next year. I will not be okay.
I will not be checking up on you.
I will not be okay.
But I don't know. So I feel like there's your capital.
Well,
if they don't resign him.
Yeah, but I mean, does he really want to play for the organization, or does he want to play for Aaron Rodgers?
Right.
That's, you know what I mean. What are his intents there? But yeah, speaking of the Panthers, dude, they held in there with the Cowboys, and then they lost it. The first half was phenomenal.
I didn't actually get a chance to watch that game. I forget what I was doing on Sunday. Oh, I was working. I was working on Sunday, so I didn't really get a chance to watch that game.
Well, they went in. It was a very, very close game first half. The Panthers actually go up into halftime up by 1 point. And all of a sudden in the third quarter, it's like they forgot to come out of the locker room at halftime. They let the Cowboys score 20 points in the third quarter and to run away with it.
Yeah.
And at that point, like, you tried him out to come back in the fourth. You almost get there, score 14 points, but too little, too late. You fell asleep in the third quarter, and the Cowboys took advantage. And Zeke actually looked like Zeke.
Oh, Zeke
Like,
did well.
he's looking like his old self again. And I'm honestly, as much as I hate to say it, I'm all here for it. I actually had the Cowboys in my parlay this week, and they did cover. They did do me pretty well. But yeah, so with the Panthers falling to the Cowboys, do you think that 20-point third quarter is the reason why the Panthers went out and got Stephon Gilmore?
I feel like it did. In all honesty, it's kind of hard to tell because their secondary did get blown up a little bit. You give up 20 points, it's usually on your secondary. But I feel like they just kind of did it to beef it up a little bit more. Maybe limit that 20 to 13 or fucking 10. You know what I mean? Because they definitely, the Panthers and like, they really kept it competitive. This fucking 14-13 going into halftime.
Yeah,
and then you blank in the third. I mean, at that point, do you add more defense or do you add more offense?
I think they just want a mulligan on that third quarter, and they probably win that game.
Honestly, yeah.
I think they do. I really do.
I really think they do. No, because you'd have to score 2 more touchdowns in that third quarter to
if you mulligan it
win by
and you hang in there, it's possible. But I'm happy they didn't because I got my parlay. Speaking of parlay, New York, I'm flipping you off. Both teams. Both freaking teams.
Dude, you knew they were not going to go 0-17. Look, you knew that they were eventually going to win a game. The fact that you're betting against them is just...
One New York team, a.k.a. the Giants, screws me in fantasy, okay? Oh, because I played the Saints defense. I played the Saints defense, and yeah.
That other just seemed like a safe play for sure.
I could have swore. I could have swore it was the safest play ever. But I only ended up getting like 2 points out of the Saints defense. And then the fuckery of whatever happened to the Titans and falling to the Jets. Like, what? Look, I know that AJ Brown and Julio did not play. But that is no excuse to fall to this horrible New York Jets team when you got a freaking tank in your backfield. And it's not discrediting Derrick Henry at all. Derrick Henry did his job. Derrick Henry had 33 carries for like 157 yards and a score. You can't ask much more of that. You really can't. You know where I pinned that loss? Right. I pinned that loss on the Titans' offensive line. Tannehill was sacked 7 times.
Yeah.
How are you gonna let the Jets? How are you gonna let the Jets sack you 7 times? It blows me away. Yeah. And of course, the 1 week where I bet for the Titans to beat the Jets is where it just goes to shit. But I don't know. You can't. Like, it doesn't matter. If you want to be a serious playoff contender like the Titans are planning on being, look, I know it's a long season, but you can't drop that game against the Jets. You can't.
No, not even in the slightest. However, I want to point this out real quick. I wish that DeAndre Swift would stop being questionable every fucking week. I just wanted to say that real quick as I was editing my fantasy football lineup.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'm listening.
We're doing that live. Okay,
It's called.
Okay, let me order a pizza real quick. Hang on.
It's called multitasking.
Let me order a pizza. Hang on.
I'm telling Caitlin.
Okay. Here's what I want to get into.
Uh-oh.
And we addressed it, I believe, in our first episode on putting out milk cartons for the missing man of Tyreek Hill. Hello,
Oh my
Tyreek Hill. Hello, sir. How are you? Welcome to the NFL. Hope you like it here.
Fuck.
Dude.
What the fuck were his numbers? I saw it.
Dude. 11 catches.
Yeah.
186 yards and 3 scores.
Yeah.
Look, Patrick Mahomes is just throwing it out there like shit. Tyreek got to be out there somewhere. I hope he catches it. Because
Right. And that's yeah.
It just blows my mind. Like I'm happy that he did that. I'm happy that he finally had his coming out party for this season. But do you think he loses? And I probably already know the answer to this. But do you think he loses targets when Josh Gordon takes the field on the other side of him this weekend?
Oh shit!
Because they say he's gonna play. I mean, it's Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon will get probably in between 5 to 7 targets next week. Quote me on that.
I mean, you're not wrong at all, but I mean, Tyreek Hill had 12 targets and 1 drop. I don't think that qualifies him to lose. I honestly think that it's depending on how Mahomes plays and how their offensive line holds up, which they do have a pretty nasty offensive line as it is. I don't think he loses any targets.
I mean,
if you want to
I hope they keep going.
If you want to compare it to last week, no, he's not going to get 12 targets again next week. But I don't think he loses the amount of targets compared to Josh Gordon.
I mean, dude, if the Chiefs can keep scoring 42 points like they did against the Eagles, they might be able to split targets Josh Gordon and Tyreek Hill. Don't even run the ball. Screw it.
Right. Yeah.
You don't need to.
No, please run the ball. No, please run the ball because I have Clyde Edwards-Helaire on my fantasy team.
Hey, he didn't do too bad. He had like 100 yards. He didn't do too bad.
Yeah, he had a good day. 102 yards. With 14 carries.
He had a good
no
day.
touchdowns, so that kind of fucked me a little bit. But yeah,
he had a really good day. Here's my concern. You allowed 30 points to the Eagles. And it wasn't like bad, like blown coverage. It's like they were legit beating you. Okay, you can put up 42 points. God, that's great. But if you want to keep up in that race with the AFC West, you can't be allowing 30 points. I mean, the Chiefs right now. But the Chiefs, I'm not putting it on Mahomes. I'm putting it on their defense.
No. What I was saying, I'm sorry, I cut you off. That was my bad. But what I was saying was like you can't put that much pressure on Mahomes to go out there and score 42 points every game.
Right.
If you're going to give up 30 plus points, that's what I was trying to say. You can't put that.
Through 4 weeks, the Chiefs have one of the worst defenses. So that needs to be a bit of a concern that needs to be addressed. I don't know where you address it, but there's something going on in that Chiefs defense that just needs to be fixed.
You simply cannot have Jalen Hurts rush for 47 yards.
Well, no, I don't. Jalen Hurts can scramble. He can get 47 yards.
I get that he can scramble, but if you are a Super Bowl caliber defense, like the Chiefs have proven to be, you can't let any quarterback, and even Lamar Jackson, fucking rush for anything over 20 yards. I'll give you 20 yards on fucking scrambles. I get that it's going to happen, but I don't know. I would like to see their defense tighten up a little bit if they want to stay in that race in the AFC. By the way, I just want to point this out. Justin Turner just went yard. It's a tie game now.
Oh, keep an eye on that.
I just want to point that one out real quick in the bottom of the 4th inning. But back to football.
All right. Jinx. Oh man,
I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see. Who do the Chiefs have next week?
Let me check.
It's week 5, right? Is it 4? Yeah, it's week 5.
Chiefs and Bills. The Bills are going to annihilate you. If your defense is not on point, they're going to score the Bills are going to score 40 points again. Now, granted, they played. I believe it was Bishop Sycamore this weekend. I don't think it was actually the Titans or the Texans. They played somebody. They played somebody because 40-0 with 5 turnovers. I don't know. They might have played Bishop Sycamore. I don't know. That wasn't the Texans. I know that they're bad, but oh my god, dude! Like, I think Bishop Sycamore played.
They are so missing Tyrod Taylor.
We're not even gonna go into anything else with that Bills Texans game because there's nothing to talk about.
You can't. There's no reason to go into it. But there's no reason to go into it. How the fuck
there's
is
not.
you, an NFL team, not scoring a fucking field goal?
Like, I know you say if they're professionals, otherwise they wouldn't be there. But goddamn.
But golly.
Oh man. Oh, Bishop Sycamore. Shout out, man. Shout out. One of my favorite teams.
So I'm kind of interested. I'm sorry. I know you probably hear the cavalry of my dogs in the background right now.
Oh, you're good. I'm sure mine will be coming in shortly.
I don't know. So there's an interesting tidbit that rookie quarterbacks are 1-10 versus New England since 2014, right?
Oh, okay.
So with that being said, do you see Mills making any changes to that? Do you see him, I don't know, beating that defense? Especially
Not at
with
all.
Stephon Gilmore being gone?
Not at all. Not at all. Look, the Patriots are pissed. They lost to Brady in a game that they should have won.
God, that game was so boring.
We'll address that later. I think it was such a snooze fest, but I think Mac Jones comes out and slings it. He's going to throw for 3 touchdowns at least. I got the Patriots by like probably 17 points. There's nothing in Houston right now that makes me think that these guys can actually do anything.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I can kind of see that. I'm just like seeing like the lack of secondary now for the Patriots. So now I don't even know.
Yeah, but it's
secondary.
It's still Bill Belichick. He's gonna find a way.
I get it. No, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't care where you sit on the argument of Bill Belichick made Tom Brady or Tom Brady made Bill Belichick. I don't care where you sit on that. There's a reason why he's kept his job for so long, for as long as he has.
Right.
You know what I mean? And still, after having the year that they had last year, still keeping his job. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not gonna say that that's my game to watch, but I'm saying that's a pretty interesting game.
It'll be an interesting one for sure. I think I would definitely tune into that. Yeah, but I still just don't think, like, I don't know, it's going to be a race between Houston and the Jags for the number 1 pick here because I don't see anything that even excites me about Houston. I mean, yeah, Brandon Cooks, he's a great receiver, but he can only do so much when,
I don't know if we've talked about this at all, but I'm interested to hear your perspective, even if we did talk about it before, if it's changed. So say Texans and Jags. They're Texas and the Jags. Like they either get number 1 and number 2 pick, right?
Okay.
So we'll just say, like, hypothetically, one goes 1-16, the other one goes 0-17, right? Do you get a quarterback?
I don't know, dude, because I want to give Tyrod Taylor his chance. But
I agree.
But
do you get a backup?
I don't know. Like, I think you have to. You got to go try and reach for that franchise quarterback because it's not Tyrod Taylor. I'm sorry. He's a great quarterback. It sucks that his body fails him. He's the Derrick Rose of football. But I just feel like he's not the guy to lead you to the promised land. And I think that I don't know. If I'm Houston, yes, I go for a quarterback. If I'm the Jags, obviously no. You trade that shit. You trade back if you're the Jags.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. They're like, all right, we got the number 2 spot. We got the number 1 spot. Who are you going to give up for it?
You trade back, save some cap space,
100%. No,
Yeah.
that's a good way to think about that. I didn't really process that, to be fair. Let me throw this hypothetical at you real quick.
Okay.
So it's looking like the McCaskies and Ryan Pace are just 100% not willing to give Allen Robinson an extension, right? Just the way that it's looking, right?
You're really dreaming
If
right
you're
here. I know where this is going, but go ahead.
what? What am I gonna say?
No, no, no. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you as Houston or as Jacksonville? You know, I'm using them right now just because like they're the only ones that we're talking about, right? Obviously that we could talk about the Jets or the Giants or whatever the case, right? Do you as a struggling offense make a move at free agency? Because I think his contract is up this year, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm definitely looking for calls. That's for sure. Um, but it gets to a point to where why are you making that call? You're not trying to compete. So
Right.
why? And they're gonna want whatever team you're calling. They're gonna want your draft pick. So I don't think that it's worth making a call unless you're trying to compete, or unless the return is just so too good to pass up. Or if you can get an extension out of the player, yeah, try to get him for cheap. But I don't know. I wouldn't do it.
Okay. Obviously, if it was up to me, I'm handing Allen Robinson a blank check and saying how much do you want, sir? Because that's your number one wide receiver right there. But that was just a hypothetical that I wanted to throw out there since we were talking about the possibilities of like high draft pick for one of those two teams if they keep progressing it the way that they are. Because it's obvious that Mills for the Texans is not your answer by any means necessary. Now, before the deadline, do you make any changes? If you're the Bills front office, do you make any moves to get a good backup?
If I'm the Bills front office?
Yeah. No. Texans. I'm sorry. Texans.
I was gonna say.
Not the Bills. If you're the Texans, do you make a move to get a backup and cut Mills?
I don't want to say yes, but I don't want to say no. I want to say, but the phone line is open. I would listen to offers. I wouldn't specifically reach out to anybody that, has somebody on the trading block. For example, like if you want to call and inquire about Aaron Rodgers, right?
Right.
Is he going to be worth the 3 or 4 first round picks that the Packers are going to ask him for return at his age, So it's a lot of give and take.
In my opinion,
but the phone's open.
In my opinion, I'm calling Chicago about Nick Foles.
I want to stay hyped on him. I do.
I don't.
But
I've seen enough.
But
I have seen enough of Nick Foles. He had a decent Super Bowl. He was Super Bowl MVP.
Is he a fluke?
He beat Tom Brady. I don't think he's a fluke. I just think he's a flash in the pan. Okay. I thought that that was his good year. He comes in halfway because the paper mache man himself, Carson Wentz, is shocker, hurt again. But he comes in halfway through. He leads into the promised land. They win the championship. He is Super Bowl MVP. And then what after that? He has a mediocre year as I want to say, that was because he was a starter the year after, right?
He got a blank check to go to Jacksonville, where he lost. No, he got hurt. He got hurt, didn't he? Nick Foles got hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt, and then Gardner
it was Minshew Mania.
Minshew Mania, that's right. Yeah, he did get hurt, so he got okay. You're right. He got a blank check to Jacksonville as your starter. He gets hurt. You lose out to Minshew Mania, which did not work, and then
respect the mustache.
You get another blank check to go to Chicago, and you shit the fucking bed. You come in the fourth quarter against the Falcons. I think it was last year, if I'm not mistaken. It was last year. You win the game, you win 2 other games, and then you lose everything. And now you're a third string to Justin Fields and Andy Dalton.
The only place I could see Nick Foles going is you're right to Indy, where he would be a backup again. But
Houston.
exactly, Houston. Houston already needs to look to next year. But the thing is, I don't really think that Nick Foles is the guy. So it would definitely be a Houston move to make that move and get Nick Foles. But no, I stay put on Nick Foles. I say the Bears need to do something to either find some type of agreement on where, like, hey, give me a list of teams you want to go to. We'll trade you. But if I'm not mistaken, he's still owed quite a bit of money, which is
$10 million, I think.
Which is what kind of hurts. And trying to find a team that would be willing to take that on would suck. But I don't know. I don't think Nick Foles goes anywhere, unfortunately. If he did, no matter where he'd go, he's just not the guy. You're not that guy. Sorry, pal. You're not that guy.
No, I agree. I'm just, he's not doing anything. He's
sitting on the, he's doing,
collecting $10 million just sitting on the bench.
He's doing what I call pulling a Matt Flynn. I don't know if you remember Matt Flynn. I'm sure you do. He was Packers backup, and he played Week 16. I don't remember what year it was, but he played Week 16 against the Lions because we were sitting Aaron Rodgers because we had already clinched a playoff spot, and he throws for 6 touchdowns, and then he goes. Then he goes to Seattle on a 1-year payday, and then they draft for Russell Wilson, and he gets beat out for the job. And he just sat there. He made his money and just sat on the bench. Water's cold, boys. I'll make sure the water's cold. But that's what I think that Nick Foles is doing. He's pulling a Matt Flynn. He don't care. I mean, yeah, they're all competitors. Obviously, he wants to be out there, but I'm sitting on the bench making $10 million. I'm chilling. Like I said, Andy Dalton is a paper mache, so he's going to probably be hurt again this season. And there's always a risk with mobile quarterbacks, and Justin Fields is them getting hurt as well. So you never know. He might have a couple snaps. You never know. A lot would have to happen. But you never know.
My thing about the whole mobile quarterback thing and Nick Foles might be getting a snap is strictly this. Justin Fields, after the Browns game, had to get an X-ray done on his hand after Andy Dalton was already hurt, and guess who started last week against the Lions? It was still Justin Fields. I wholeheartedly believe that the front office of the Bears has given up on Nick Foles. And they're just waiting out his contract.
Exactly. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If the Bears can start competing to where maybe they're in the wild card scenario, I think you got to try to shed Nick Foles in that $10 million and try to pick up, a player that's going to help you. Because if you're in the conversation and you got $10 million sitting on the bench, if you can get rid of him, get rid of him.
My only fear is that penalty that they would get hit with.
Do you know what the penalty is? How much?
Not off the top of my head, no. But I know it will be a penalty. But you're 100% right. Like, if you're going to be in that mix of the conversation, you're number 2 in the NFC North. You're sitting in the wild card spot, comfortably, right? So my thing
I wouldn't say comfortably, but maybe, maybe.
No, I honestly think that this game, the game against the Lions, really. I don't know if you happened to catch any of the highlights from Justin Fields. I know you were working that day, but if you happen to catch any of the highlights, Justin Fields was making some fucking passes, bro.
Oh yeah, look, it's his. He's getting more and more comfortable with every game.
Yeah, but to have a bounce back game like he did, so you're getting absolutely shit on by the Browns defense. No pun intended. But you're getting you're getting destroyed by the Browns defense, and you come back and you throw for 209 yards, 309 yards, something like that.
Yeah. Speaking of the Browns, I just want to say that Browns Viking games was a fucking snooze fest as well. I thought it was gonna be a shootout, but it was not. I know earlier in our episodes, I had the Vikings balling out, but they're 1-3, and I don't think it's gonna happen.
Told you.
But every game they've lost, they've been in. They've been in to the last quarter. I don't want to say last play, but like they've always been right.
So at least
there.
the fourth quarter.
Yes,
they have an
always
opportunity.
Been right
it's
there.
their game to lose.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a snooze fest, dude. With the Vikings and the Browns.
Can we talk about a snooze fest real quick?
Yes. Let me get my pillow. Let me get my pillow.
Jesus Christ, the Bucks and Pats. Did you honestly? What the fuck was that?
It was a snooze fest.
So ready.
No, here's the thing.
So
here's the thing. Everybody was waiting for a shootout, right? Everyone was watching the chessboard, right? Okay, Brady's gonna make this move. Belichick's gonna make that move. Everyone was and they promoted the living shit out of this game. Oh my god, I couldn't tell you how many commercials I saw, how many hype videos I saw. They were just trying to promote this game. But then the game happened. And I was ready to turn it off. I'm not gonna lie. I was watching the game and I found myself on my phone watching TikTok videos more than actually paying attention to the game.
Dude, I was so in and out of that fucking game. It was ridiculous. I was exactly what you said. The hype behind it was insane. I was ready for a fucking piss missile of a game, bro. I was ready to watch.
So was the media, by the way. They had 500 something credentials issued, and the media was ready to jump all over it. Now to put it into perspective,
absolutely.
The credentials, it was 500 something credentials. In week 1, the Patriots only issued 200. So for this game to be that big, they gave 500 media credentials. So they were ready to just jump on this thing. But my question is,
hey, rightfully so. It's Brady returns. Brady coming back to New England for the first time since he left. So rightfully so, right. It was gonna be hugely promoted. So it's.
Do you think the weather played an issue?
It was raining,
in the hype.
Wasn't
it was raining pretty much the entire game. Now, and that's why, shockingly, Leonard Fournette carried the ball 20 times.
Right.
But I think
I think it really does have a factor, and it doesn't.
Everyone
who's throwing the fucking ball.
Everyone wanted this Mac Jones, Tom Brady shootout, and then you get Leonard Fournette.
Right, yeah. It doesn't matter who's throwing the ball. That fucker's hard to catch.
Oh, of course.
So when it's soaking wet.
Oh, of course.
So, yeah, I'm going to go. If you put that in a dome, or if you put that in the beginning of the season when it's not raining, or, whatever the case, when the weather's better, that's a shootout for sure. Or that's Tom Brady throwing 7 touchdowns for sure. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's.
I just want to give a applause to Bill Belichick and trusting Mac Jones. Even in the rain, you're letting this rookie throw it against the defending champions, okay? Mac Jones went 31 of 40 in the rain for 275 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's no small feat. A, being a rookie. B, being in the rain. C, playing against the defending champions. D, Tom Brady's homecoming. You have all these factors. And
the Buccaneers defense is not something to sleep on.
Right. So you have all these factors that you're putting and you're trusting into a rookie. I am so, I'm sad that it was a snooze fest. I wish it would have been the shootout because in my opinion, Mac Jones definitely outthrew Tom Brady. But the two teams had different game plans. The Bucks obviously wanted to run the ball, and Belichick was like, you know what? Go throw a Big Mac.
Right. No,
So,
I
I
agree
don't
with
know,
that
but-
wholeheartedly. I do believe it was still going to be a chess match, but
Right.
oh man, it had such high hopes. It literally felt like I was just being edged the entire game.
Yeah.
I was just waiting for that one big play, and nothing. And Leonard Fournette.
Leonard Fournette, dude.
And Leonard Fournette. This was the Leonard Fournette
Oh,
game.
man. 92 yards on 20 carries for Leonard Fournette. I don't know. He did his job, I guess. It would have been nice if he would have scored. But, whenever I think of, like, running backs in the rain, I think of way back in, like, 2012 when Ray Rice ran the ball, like, 30 times and had, like, 4 touchdowns and 200-something yards. And he was, like, it was just a mess. Because that game, you were not throwing the ball.
No.
It was brutal.
No.
But
Right.
that's kind of like what I was hoping for. But speaking of other headlines, I guess you could say, did you happen to catch the last play of the Ravens-Broncos game?
No, I did not.
So the Ravens are up 23-0, or I'm sorry, 23-7. They got the ball, right? Kneel it, win the game. However, the Ravens have a streak going of, I believe, at like 42 games in a row of 100 yards rushing.
Okay.
They were very aware of where they were at the end of the game. And they were 4 yards away from getting to 100 yards rushing as a team. And so instead of taking a kneel, they run the ball.
Okay.
Just to get the 4 yards.
Okay.
Broncos are pissed.
Fucking cry about it.
Do you think that it was a bad move, a bad look to go for or keep the streak going instead of just kneeling the ball?
No. Fuck them. You should not have. You as a defense should not have let him get fucking 4 yards away. No, it's not a bad look. I am so tired of these sports fucking truest assholes. I'm fucking tired of it. This is the same people that are fucking mad would be the same people that like, oh, he fucking hit a solo home run and pimped the shit out of it. Well, don't fucking throw him and hit him his next AB. Like, no, you don't want him to hit a home run. Don't give him a fucking ball to hit. It's as simple as that. You don't want him to rush for 100 yards? Don't let him rush for 100 yards. Break the streak on your own merit. It's
right.
If you want to fucking cry about it, like fucking grow up. All right.
If you don't like it, then stop it.
Exactly. That's as simple as that. You don't want him to rush for 100 yards. Don't let him rush for 100 yards. Don't let him get 4 yards away. Don't let him rush for 96 yards. Okay? And if you still didn't want to get him, stop him. It's 4 yards. Stop him. No, it's not a bad look. In my opinion, it is not a bad look.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks.
It's an amazing streak. I had no idea that streak
it's
was
history.
Oh my god! Like I had 43 games now of 100 yards.
Yeah,
that's fucking like I'm gonna be rooting for the Ravens from now on just to get 100 yards.
Exactly.
I'm all for it.
I hope that every game they rush for 100 yards.
And as long as they have Lamar Jackson, they have a shot at doing that. They will, for a while, have a shot at that record.
No, but I am... Again, you don't want him to rush for 100 yards? Don't let him rush for 100 yards. Stop the run.
Yep, if you don't like it, stop it.
Simple as fucking that.
I agree.
Exactly. Simple as that.
I agree.
No, it's not. It's not a bad look on the Ravens. They want history. So let them have history.
Definitely.
You don't want them to have history? Stop them. Simple as that.
I agree. Speaking of history, this catch is going to go down in history. Did you see Hollywood Brown from Lamar Jackson?
I heard it. I heard about it.
Oh my God.
I heard about it. Fill me in.
Hollywood Brown wholeheartedly, like, this ball was overthrown 100% in the end zone, but
Okay.
Brown's wide open. He full on Superman extends, catches this ball for like I think it was like 49-yard touchdown.
Nice.
Oh my god, I had never
yeah.
I've never seen a cleaner catch. He just, oh my god. Hollywood Brown, tip of the cap to you, sir. Tip of the cap. That's all I have to say. That pass was just, oh my god, it was phenomenal.
I don't want to keep bringing this back to the Bears, but I have to give props to Justin Fields for a couple of these fucking throws that he made. I don't know that he made. What's it called? Against the Lions. If you watched some of those throws, now mind you, there was one that Justin Fields had. It was towards the end of the game. He had he had a check down open. Right, I think I want to say it was Cole Kmet or Jesse James or something like that. He had a tight end open, right? That it easily would have gotten him the first down. Maybe I would say, let's call it 16, 17 yards. He fucking whips it for like 32 yards on the sideline, toe drag, swag, Darnell Mooney, and oh, dude, it was the nicest fucking. It's probably one of the best catches that I've seen Darnell Mooney make. And in that same game, he extends out for a one-handed grab. Wow. After he caught a 64-yard fucking bomb. Like, this is the last week has just been a fantastic
I feel like
catch.
we need to make a new segment kind of copying Scott Van Pelt of like the coolest thing I saw today or coolest thing I saw last week.
Nah, man, but it's fucking, dude, it's just fun to watch. I love watching players just go off and have good games. Like I love low scoring games in baseball because it's a pitcher's duel. Whoever blinks first loses, right? But I fucking love a damn shootout in football, bro. I love watching players go the fuck off.
Well, yeah, who doesn't? Speaking of going off, let's go to a game that was not a snoozer. The Cardinals-Rams game was everything we thought it was going to be and more.
Did you see the little tidbit that popped up about that game?
I did not.
So Arizona has 30-plus points and 400-plus total yards in each game this season.
Holy shit. That is why, or another reason why, like I said last week, whoever wins this game wins the NFC West. And
you know what?
It's the Cardinals. Tell me different.
I could see that. No. I'm actually agreeing. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Kyler Murray, by the way, third in the league right now in passing yards.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's first?
Derek Carr is still first.
Okay, yeah, I figured.
Derek Carr, Tom Brady, Kyler Murray, Matthew Stafford, and then Patty Mahomes.
Really?
Yes, sir.
I guess I'm not too surprised that Matthew Stafford is kind of up there.
No, I knew he would.
No,
I knew he would.
Look, I've said this every week so far, but getting him out of Detroit was the best thing you could do to revamp his career.
Yeah, I agree. We're finally getting to see what he can do with a real offense.
Right,
now,
exactly.
Granted, a real offense recently. Now, granted, Megatron was still playing. That'd be a different story.
Right, yeah, exactly.
So, keeping on the topic of the Cardinals and the Rams and saying that the Cardinals are going to win the NFC West and they're the only undefeated team right now, I have changed my way too soon MVP.
Oh.
I have.
Okay.
It's Kyler Murray. Hands
really?
down. Hands down. The throws he are making are exquisite. His scrambling, is top of the line, top notch. And like I said, he's one of those guys who's, known for his scrambling, right? But you can't take away the fact that he's, like I said, he's third in the league in passing right now. It's all coming together. It's right there.
I would like to change my way too soon MVP.
To
Taylor motherfucking Heineke.
Oh, let's talk about the Heineke train. Grab you a Heineken.
I love that man.
I think I'm gonna buy his jersey. I really do. I think I'm gonna buy his jersey.
You know what? I was just thinking about that for real. I was thinking about getting his jersey too.
This guy is such a pimp. There's 2 times in that game against the Falcons that you were trailing and damn near came back. And then you finally did it. You finally came back. 3rd time is the charm, right? But holy crap, dude. I think if I'm the Washington football team, I'm sticking with Taylor Heineke. I am. He's proven that he can be the guy. He is getting better and better and better by the day. And he's got some sneaky weapons.
So let me ask you this then. Since I'm not taking anything away from Taylor, I'm not taking anything away of any of his accomplishments that he's had this year. But is this another Nick Foles situation? You have a good year. You have a good partial year.
No, because the Nick Foles situation was just the Super Bowl, right? That was in my opinion that was the only good game that he had. And it wasn't even a game. It was one fucking play.
No, it was the whole half of that year. He had a great half of that year when he stepped in for Carson Wentz. So
I hope
obviously
not.
I know that Heineke's situation is different, but I am not 100% sold on him yet until I see him next year. Until I see what he does next year.
I'm sold.
Now, no, don't get me wrong. I'm riding this fucking train all day. You go 290 yards with 3 fucking touchdowns. I don't care who you are. That's a good game. And the fact that they even came out and win. That I don't believe that they should be 2-2. I think they should be at least 3-1.
I hope. I wish that they'd win the NFC East. Wouldn't that be amazing? Like I know that they won't.
It's gonna be pretty easy to do.
Well, yeah, but I mean the Cowboys are actually looking decent, which sucks. But
they always do, and then fall apart at the end of the year.
With Taylor Heineke, I don't know. Like I see a different type of. What's the word I'm looking for? I guess maturity, maybe.
Okay.
He's getting better every game. He, in my opinion, has not given me any reason to not trust him. And he has some sneaky weapons. Shockingly, the Washington football team has sneaky weapons. Their defense is it's kind of good. I'm not gonna lie. And then you on the offensive side of the ball, you've got Antonio Gibson, you've got Terry McLaurin, who I think is a fantastic receiver. You can trust him nonstop, regardless of what he's doing. And I just feel like they're 1 or 2 pieces away to really compete. And I would not be surprised if they are active during or before the trade deadline.
That's buyers, I'm assuming.
As what?
Buyers, right? You're talking about
yes, they are buyers. Yes, hands down.
Buyer.
Hands down, they are buyers. Yes.
Okay.
Especially if they can keep it close with the Cowboys in the NFC East. They will 100% be buyers.
Do you think they have a wild card shot?
I do.
This year?
I do. Like I said, they could even win the division. I believe so.
In the NFC East.
Exactly. Now you're probably gonna go and get railed in the first round. But you never know, dude. You never know. I think he's the guy. If I'm the
This is his
Washington
second
football
year,
team, I'm
right?
sticking with him.
This is his second year, right?
First as a starter.
Right. Okay.
But
So it's his true rookie year then.
Technically, he's not a rookie because he's been in the league for, I think, like 3 or 4 years. Right. And then he went to the XFL. And that's
shit, that's right.
Yeah. He's not a rookie. No, not by any means.
No. You're right. I'm sorry. I was totally mistaken for that.
Not a rookie by any means.
I think they do. They do really have a good shot at the division for sure.
Yeah, like I said, it's the Cowboys' division to lose. They cannot get comfortable, but they always need to be aware that the Washington football team is going to be right behind them, especially if they can win some games here pretty soon.
Right. Who does Washington have?
They play the Saints. They play the Saints this week, so it's not a losable game, but
trap game.
You never know. You never know. I think oh my god, we're gonna be on the hype train for sure if they beat the Saints. 100%.
If they beat this,
I'm all for it.
I'm gonna call this now. I'm gonna call it right now. At 7:22 p.m. October 6th. If they beat the Saints, they're gonna win the division.
Really?
I'm gonna call it now.
Okay, that's your hot take. Okay.
That's my hot take. That's my way too early hot take.
Damn. Okay. Well, holy shit. I agree. I hope so. That'd be freaking awesome. Do you think they should keep their name, or do you think they should change it?
I think they should change it.
It's kind of growing on me. I know when I finally get used to calling them the Washington football team, they're going to change it, and then I'm going to have to freaking get used to calling them a new name again.
Call them the Senators.
Oh, Jesus.
Fuck. Yeah, that's going to be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, it will be a fun game. I'm all for it, for sure. So,
what else?
There's one more thing I want to address. And
I also have something I want to talk about as well, but go ahead.
I'm shifting over to Jacksonville right now.
Do you want to talk about Urban Meyer?
I do want to talk about Urban Meyer. Has he lost the locker room already?
Look, I'm going to be totally honest with you because I don't want to talk about something I don't really have all the information on. I do not know enough about that situation, but I know that going down 0-4 and there's like no trust in your quarterback, it feels like.
I'm
every
not even
game I watch Trevor Lawrence play.
I'm not even talking about their record. I mean, yes, it's,
That plays such a huge factor in it.
It does, definitely start raising an eyebrow. But after the Jags game, Urban Meyer did not. Food's here. Urban Meyer did not leave with the team. He stayed and he partied.
Oh.
And that's when that picture went out of him and that young girl really, 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 really close to him. Yes.
I didn't know that was this year's thing.
Yes, that is what I was addressing. That was, he did not return with the team. Now, can you trust your head coach like that now? I think he's already lost it. I think 100% that he has lost the locker room, and I don't think it was I think it was a huge motivation blow when he said that playing in the NFL is like preparing to play Alabama every week.
Can't lose something never had.
So
okay.
I don't think he has the respect of the locker room. I don't think he will be there next year.
I don't think he has the respect of the front office anymore.
I don't think he has anybody's respect.
I mean, I sure as fuck don't respect him, but that's just me. But no, but what is that? What do you think the front office is thinking now?
Well,
Okay, because
They've-
first of all, you
they've
have to look at it
claimed-
this way. Go ahead.
they've claimed that they've had discussions behind closed doors, and Urban Meyer's sorry, and he addressed the team and stuff like that. But it's all front page shit, I
100%.
think if he does not win a game by week, like, I don't know, 8 or 9, he's gone. 100%.
I don't even think it's that. Because at that point, look, I don't care what anyone thinks about it, but you're breaking COVID protocol by partying like
Oh,
that.
100%. It's like,
So
you're expecting us as players to be on such a strict schedule. You can't go out. You can't do this. You can't do that. And then all of a sudden, he turns around and spits on all of it and goes and does it himself.
Like, it's basically he's preaching a do as I say, not as I do mentality in that locker room.
But when I do
played
it-
for Jacksonville, what'd you say?
It's like, but when I do it, we can't talk about it.
Right, exactly. So if I'm a player for Jacksonville, I don't give a fuck what Urban Meyer's saying. I don't give a fuck about your accomplishments anymore. Like, you're not a leader. That's not a leader. That's a boss.
I agree.
Yeah,
His days are numbered.
I honestly,
Who gets
give it like
who
2
gets
more
fired first? Who gets fired first? Okay. Matt Nagy, Adam Gase, or Urban Meyer.
I think. Okay, all right, here we go. Nagy just saved his job
For now. For now.
for now. But Nagy just saved his job.
Did Adam Gase
Gave
save
up-
his job when he beat the Titans?
Probably. Fucking probably. I still think it's Urban Meyer that gets fired first because you're basically just spitting on the NFL
I agree.
at that point. Because
Yeah.
it's not the front office that puts these protocols in there. It's the entire NFL. You
Yeah.
want this season to happen. You need to follow this shit.
I agree.
And so, yeah, no, it's definitely Urban Meyer gets fired first. Like I said, Nagy just saved his job by giving up play calling to Bill Lazor and saying Justin Fields is their starter moving on.
Yeah.
It wasn't a Justin Fields is our starter until Andy Dalton gets healthy. It was literally the press conference I saw today said Justin Fields is our starter for moving on. And he gave up play calling. Look at what happened against the Browns, right? You score 6 points with Nagy calling plays, and then your offensive coordinator takes over, and you score 24. Weird how that works
Isn't
with
it?
Justin Fields. It's weird. Grant, I don't give a fuck what you say. It's against the Lions. It's a rebuilding franchise. They've been rebuilding for 20 years now. Okay, enough is enough. But no, and same thing. Adam Gase just saved his job by beating the Titans. So
Which pisses me off. I'm dude, like I said, I'm so pissed the Jets won that game. The Titans fucked me. They screwed me. They really, really did. They just didn't want me to win any money. But really quick, speaking of the Titans again, I want to ask you a question.
No.
Derrick Henry, as of right now, through 4 games, is on pace to beat Eric Dickerson's single rushing yards in a season record.
Okay.
With 17 games on the schedule now, if he does beat it, do you think it's impressive?
Yeah.
You do.
I do.
Even though
I
a few
do.
years ago, Adrian Peterson came so close. I believe it was like 9 yards. He was really close in 16 games. If he, going into a 17th game, Adrian Peterson would have got it, right? So, do you...
Right.
If he beat... I don't think it's impressive. I don't.
Okay, so I think it's impressive strictly because they are not in control of it being a 17-game season. They may have advocated for it, but ultimately it's the NFL and Roger Goodell's approval that goes into it, right?
Right.
So
But
it's not Derrick Henry's fault that it's a 17-game season. Hold on. It's not Derrick Henry's fault that it's a 17-game season. He got lucky with the situation.
Okay.
Now,
but do you
whether
maybe
he-
keep a separate record now because it's 17 games? Maybe put an asterisk next to it? Or
I wouldn't put an
are
asterisk
you
next
all
to
these
it.
single season records that are now going to get beat because of there's an extra game now? I don't know. I don't think that it's impressive because you're not beating the record in the same amount of time that they set the record.
Well, how many yards is he away from it?
Well, right now he's only got 510 yards, but is on.
You,
If you're adding the 17th game, he's on pace to beat the record.
okay, now think about it this way too. We are only 4 games into a season, going into 5 games starting tomorrow. Okay, you're 500 yards away. You need 5 games to rush for 100 yards each to have that single season record. So, with that being said, even if it was a 15 or a 16 or a 17 game season, even if it was a 16 game season, he still breaks it this year.
Okay. I just don't think it would be as impressive. Still, you beat the record, cool, but I just don't think now
Dude,
with
if he
this added
breaks it,
17th
if he
game,
breaks it, we
right now if he breaks it on game 16, cool. But I'm saying if he breaks it on game 17, to me it's not as impressive.
yeah.
Especially if it's only by like a couple yards, you know. Now if he shatters it in
17.
If he shatters
Yeah.
it in 17 games, okay, I'm impressed. But like if he only beats it by like 10 yards, then it's not impressive.
If he breaks it by week 9, it doesn't matter if it was a 16 game or a 17 game season, he was going to break it anyway. But if he breaks it week 17, then I'd be like, you got lucky.
By a
in
couple yards, you know what I
situation.
mean?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
if he breaks it by like 200 yards, 300 yards, that was
Right.
going to happen.
Then that just shows dominance, 100%. 100%. If he
absolutely.
stays on that pace.
Right, exactly. So, yeah, I would like to wait and see before I make a decision,
Okay.
but you know,
We'll give it another 4 weeks, then we'll revisit where Derrick Henry's sitting.
yeah, because he
we'll
could
see.
fucking rush for 200 yards for these next 3 games,
Right.
and now it's his in week 7. So at that point, it's just like, all right, that's dominance. That's fucking, that's impressive, 100%.
Right.
You know, but I don't believe in the whole asterisk thing. I mean, look, you certain teams get put into lucky situations. Let's use the Dodgers, for example, last year, right? So you get a 60-game sprint.
You're really in a baseball mood, aren't you? You keep using all these baseball references. You just
Because
want,
it's
you just
playoffs.
want to go watch the frickin' Cardinals and Dodgers, don't you?
Yeah, because I'm definitely not doing that right now, I'll tell you what.
Well, gosh darn it.
No, but this is the best way to look at it, right? So you have, look, you can even make the whole argument about, you know, Tampa in the NHL, the Lightning, you know, a manipulative cap space, little shift, and all
Afraid
of a sudden
15 million.
yeah, and all of a sudden your leading goal scorer comes back and he's healthy as ever. And you don't have to shed any of that fucking cap space.
Right.
So, you know, but like the Dodgers got put in a favorable position last year. Regardless, I mean, I think they won over 100 games this year, but
106. They either
106.
they tied or they beat the franchise record, and they still did not win the division.
well, it's because the Giants are better. But anyway,
Yeah, I know.
but they got put in a favorable position last year with a 60-game season and routed through the World Series. You know, a lot of people are saying it's like, oh, I want to put an asterisk on that. Oh, it's a Mickey Mouse ring. Oh, it doesn't count because it's a 60-game season. It's like it all goes down in the record book as a championship.
Right.
You know, so I kind of look at it like that, kind of with kind eyes, where it's like, oh, but it's a 17-game season. Okay, and you know what I mean? Like, yeah, okay, whatever. It's a 17-game season, but it's not like it was like a, oh, hey, Derek, now we have 17 games, so now you really can break it at week 17. It's like, no, dude, he's gonna break it with like 6 games to spare.
Nah, I don't think so. There's no way he runs for that many yards.
You want to put a bet on it? I'll bet you $5 that he breaks it by week 10.
You're telling me that Derrick Henry is going to beat the single season record of rushing yards in 10 weeks?
No, in 5 weeks.
In 5 weeks. You're telling me he's going to rush for 1,500 yards. 1,600 yards, I'm sorry.
You said he was 500 yards out.
No, I'm saying he's got 510 yards through 4 weeks, which puts him on pace to beat it. I didn't say he's 500 yards away.
I fucking asked you.
Oh my God, no,
you
no,
dummy!
If Derrick Henry had 1,500 yards through 4 weeks, my God, test him for drugs.
No,
oh
I
my
asked you,
God,
I said,
you head ass.
You said 500. I said, oh yeah, he'll beat that shit.
No,
easy.
you fucking
weeks.
head ass. Oh
You're the one that doesn't know
God.
how to fucking explain shit correctly, and you want to give me shit for
I thought
it?
you said how many does he have?
No, I asked how many was he away? Dummy.
Oh man. Oh my God.
You may have glasses because you can't see, but get some fucking hearing aids while you're at it. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
No, he won't break it this year. I don't think he will.
You just want to go back and delete the last 20 minutes?
Fucking no, I want to. Well, I'm gonna get you hearing aids for Christmas.
Maybe.
Oh Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay. Let's. I've kind of hit all my topic points. You want to make our weekly picks and be cool?
Sure.
Unless you got anything else that you want to.
I already kind of touched on it. I really just kind of
Yeah.
wanted to bring up the Justin Fields starting thing because I'm kind of stoked about it.
Yeah. Let's just make our weekly picks, and I got Thai food waiting for me, so I'm freaking excited.
Do you want me to start it? Do you want to start it?
I can do it. I've already got everything pulled up, so.
Oh, so do I.
well.
Real quick, what's your game of the week?
My game of the week is definitely not the London game. I am so sorry, London. We keep sending you shitty teams. We'll get better.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey. Bears Raiders played in 2019. Bitch.
It's we'll get better on it.
Okay.
I've got to give my game of the week to Bills Chiefs. See if the Chiefs defense can hold up.
I was gonna say the same one.
Yeah, if they can hold up, or even the Rams Seahawks. That's gonna be a great game too. So
I don't really think that's not something that I'm gonna tune in to watch like immediately. Like the Chiefs and the Chiefs Bills game, that's gonna be something that I like make time to watch.
Okay.
Especially because it's like a rematch of last year's AFC Championship game. So I'm kind of stoked about it. I really hope that the Chiefs can kind of get back on track. But I'm also hoping that the Bills just rout the fuck out of the Chiefs. I want to see the Chiefs with a losing record.
I mean, I don't blame you. I would like to see the Chiefs with a losing record too. But let's go down and we can make our picks, and then we'll get there when we get to that game.
Let's get it.
All right. So first things first, we got Thursday night. We have the Rams and Seattle. They are in Seattle.
Yeah, I just saw that. I'm gonna take the Seahawks. I'm gonna take the Chickens.
As much as I want to, and I know it's very hard to go into Seattle and win, I think the Rams bounce back after that loss to the Cardinals, and the Rams take it. They're 2.5 point favorites, is what I'm looking at right now. I go Rams by a field goal.
I'm gonna take the Seahawks by a field goal, strictly because of the record that the Seahawks have Thursday night games.
Okay.
They are 4-0. It is in Seattle. Seattle's a really hard place to win in. It's gonna be interesting to watch. But I'm gonna take the Seahawks.
Okay. Next up, we have the London game. I'm so sorry, London. We'll try to send you better teams. The Jets and Falcons. Oh my God, I hope they tie.
Oh my God, how cool would that be? How funny would that be? Adam Gase is for sure fired at that point.
I just have no faith in the Falcons. I'm going to go on a wild card here, and I'm going to take the Jets.
I'm going to take the Falcons. I can't see myself ever rooting for the Jets.
I know. I don't trust the Falcons. I don't
trust either one.
Like I said, I hope they tie. All right, moving
I hope
on.
they tie.
Moving on. We got the Packers going up against the Bengals in Cincinnati.
Unbiasedly,
Okay. Wait, what do you got?
I'm taking the Bengals.
Get off of my podcast right now, you son of a bitch.
Okay, first of all, this podcast was both of our ideas. Okay, you don't get sole credit.
Okay. You can take the
equal
Bengals. You
opportunity
can take your L. I'm definitely, being biased as shit and going with the Packers.
You are? Oh my god.
I know. Alert the press. Lions,
No,
Vikings. Did you have? Okay. We can go back to the Packers Bengals real quick if you had something else to say.
Oh, there's really nothing. But don't you? You have someone's hurt, right? On the Packers, it's like a game difference.
Oh, Jair Alexander. Yeah, he's not playing,
Yeah.
but I'm not even worried about that because the Bengals are going to be playing catch up the whole time anyway. So,
I mean, yeah, it definitely does play a factor. Cincinnati has the
even
series
if
on them.
I am worried about Green Bay's defense, yes, but even if you still go into a shootout, I still have the Packers.
Since
I'm sorry.
since he won last 3 out of 4 games.
But
So that's the only reason why I'm taking Cincinnati in that one. Do you honestly think that I have faith in Joe Burrow? No.
You
I
could.
have faith in numbers.
Am I being a little selfish here? If the Bengals score, I do need it from Jamar Chase for fantasy football reasons.
No, it's not being selfish.
I
understand.
mean, if the Packers can win the game and I can get like 2 touchdowns out of Jamar Chase, I'm a happy guy. But like I said, I'm being selfish. So,
There you
all
go.
right. All right, let's go Lions, Vikings. We hate them both. I hope they both lose just as much as you do.
Tie again.
They're in Minnesota. I give the Vikings the edge
I gotta
just
give
on
the
that
Vikings
reason.
that one.
Just on that reason that they're in Minnesota.
Yeah, I agree. Goff looked like shit on Sunday against the Bears. The
Yeah.
offensive line was a fucking mess. Did you watch any of the highlights from that game?
What highlights?
Bears Lions.
What highlights? Ha!
Okay, that's adorable. Specifically the missed count snap fucking interception that happened.
I saw a video that they're calling that the dick pic, and they put it up against the butt fumble. You got the dick pic and the butt fumble.
I love that so much. Woo! Love it.
All right, can we move on?
Yeah, absolutely.
Broncos, Steelers, enjoy your free win because I believe Teddy Bridgewater is not playing. But even with that, Steelers are still only a 1-point favorite. At home.
Is he questionable or is he out?
I'm pretty sure he's out, if I'm not mistaken.
BRB, 1 second.
But you never know. I mean, if you could, Big Ben might need a walker or wheelchair, and just. Did you see the video of him throwing the ball and he tripped over himself?
Of course.
Or he scrambled out and he tripped. Oh my God! If that doesn't sum up his season, he needed to retire a long time ago. I think that the Steelers also should have drafted his replacement a long time ago.
Okay, so as of today at 9 a.m, Teddy Bridgewater did not practice, and is questionable with a concussion. So
I'm gonna say he doesn't play.
I'm gonna say he doesn't play.
Yeah. So I still give that to the Steelers.
I still don't give that to the Steelers because it's the Steelers.
Okay.
And fuck Pittsburgh.
Dolphins, Buccaneers.
Oh, gee.
You are in Tampa.
Okay, so
let's
here's
break
my
down
thing.
some science on this one.
Well, here's my thing. Tom Brady has always struggled against Miami. Doesn't matter if he was with the Patriots or the Bucks. He's always struggled with Miami.
True. That is true.
So it's gonna be interesting to see. However, it's Jacoby Brissett.
I know.
Now,
are you telling me that Miami hangs in there? Because Tampa's 10-point favorites. So are you,
No.
okay. You're saying that they still lose.
I'm more or less talking out loud because I'm like, okay, well, ideally my brain wants to say, fuck yeah, it's gonna be the Bucks by like 14. But also it's Miami and it's fucking
but they're not in Miami, and that's where I think
that's
Brady
where
has
the problem
issues
is.
in Miami.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I didn't really think about the location.
So with it being in Tampa, I don't think it's an issue. I think Brady just comes out and just does
I think
does
that's
Brady
a
things.
14 point win, especially now that you're not dealing with rain anymore, so you're gonna have a better grip on the ball.
Yeah.
And he's gonna sling it. And I honestly see like 5 touchdowns from Brady.
All right, we're going Saints and the Washington football team.
Oh, that's crack me open a Heineken, baby.
I agree. I'm going.
I want Taylor.
I
want
hope, dude.
Taylor
I
Heineke
wish.
to win
I
every
wish he
single
could go
game.
17-0, man.
Exactly what I just said. Exactly. I want Taylor Heineke to win every single game.
I am on the Taylor
Okay.
Heineke train. I love it. I love it.
Absolutely.
All right,
Um,
Eagles Panthers.
Panthers. Easy.
I agree with the Panthers. They're going to come out. They're pissed off at the loss to the Cowboys. Stephon Gilmore. I don't know if he's playing, but we'll see.
He's got a path to physical, I think.
Yeah, even if he doesn't play, I'm still going Panthers regardless.
Okay, so if he doesn't play, I got the Panthers by say a touchdown.
Okay.
If he does play, I say 2 touchdowns. No, 10 points, touchdown, field goal.
Okay. Did you know that Sam Darnold is actually like he's got like 5 or 6 rushing touchdowns this year? Like, holy shit.
What?
Yeah. I know. I think it's 5. I'm pretty sure he has 5 rushing touchdowns in 4 games. That might be something to keep an eye on. Titans and Jags. Look, if the Titans lose back-to-back games against the Jets and the Jags, just stop.
I don't see it happening.
I know I don't see it happening either, but I didn't see them losing against the Jets either. That's why I bet on it.
No, I don't see the Jags winning a game this season. If I'm being honest with this whole bullshit,
Well,
that's going
I
on
hope
Urban
so.
Meyer,
Yeah.
I don't see them winning a game unless something dramatic happens, like getting rid of Urban Meyer and hiring someone better. I just don't see it happening.
Yeah. So, okay. Titans, don't fuck us. Patriots, Texans, we kind of already touched on this. I hope that
that's
Mac
bad.
Jones throws all over Bishop Sycamore.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah,
I don't
that's
I
too
don't
easy
think
of
the
a bet.
Texans are even going to score.
I think that they score. I think all of their scores are going to come strictly from a field goal.
It's possible.
I got them scoring maximum 9 points.
All right, I know where you're going to go on this one. Bears are going into Allegiant Stadium against the Raiders. What you got?
I don't want to talk about this.
Are you going to the game?
No, I was going to.
Oh, that sucks.
I was going to. Go
I
to
thought
the
you would have
game.
sold your soul to go to that game.
I had tickets to that game. Unfortunately, I will be out of town for a funeral.
Oh,
So
that's the one
unfortunately
thing.
had to-
That's the one thing that'll stop those. Yeah.
Depending on who it is. But
So fucked. Oh my god. All right, so
no, unfortunately, I'm unable to attend that game. But okay, so my heart wants to stay Chicago, but Derek Carr is a force to be reckoned with, and that whole offense has weapons. It's a weaponry offense. My only problem that I see is the Bears secondary being exposed for the shit show that it is.
okay.
Again. I'm gonna take the Bears by a field goal.
I'm gonna go the Raiders just
course you
because Raiders are currently undefeated at home this season, and the Bears have currently not won a game on the road this season.
Now, that definitely does play a factor in it.
And trust
the
me, I
last
know
time-
firsthand it is very difficult. Allegiant Stadium is a very loud stadium.
Yeah, I mean, believe me, when I knew, because we do this every week, we do our picks of the week, and I knew eventually I was going to have to talk about this. It's hard not to pull for the Raiders in this situation because Allegiant Stadium is really hard place to go into, and the problems that we had on the road. However, the problem that we had on the road was lack of production from the offense. And that was because Matt Nagy was making calls. I feel like with Bill Lazor giving the confidence to Justin Fields that Justin Fields needed and how well that he looked in Detroit or against Detroit, I mean, I don't know. I would take the over in that game.
Really?
but
Okay.
I would.
Yeah. I
The
could definitely see it.
The last time the Bears and Raiders played, it was in the London game in 2019. But
My biggest concern is you got a young quarterback against a very young secondary. Who gets the who gets the edge,
right, exactly. I'm still probably gonna take the Bears, and I know that's gonna bite me in the ass next week.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna take the Bears on that one.
Okay. No, wait. I applaud you for almost not being biased.
Well, my thing is like obviously that I know Justin Fields is gonna have ups and downs. Okay, that's the growing pains of having a rookie quarterback. All right. But the fact of the matter is, you have to give him that trust. You have to Belichick him. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you got to give him that opportunity to make those mistakes to learn how to play the fucking game.
Yeah.
And I'm not expecting that he's gonna be a world beater this year. I'm not. But if we can find a wild card seed with him leading the helm, you think of that confidence boost that's gonna have going into next year.
Okay.
He knows what it takes to get there. Now, fucking let's show up. But it's not even a bias speaking of me trying to take the Bears. It's just a fact of like,
I will say that stadium will be full of Bears fans. I've never met so many Chicago people out here in Las Vegas in my freaking life, dude. Like, it's like Las Vegas is the second home to Chicago. I've never met so many Chicagoans, whatever you guys call yourselves. What's your theory?
Okay, so you know how Chicago is like the coldest fucking place.
Yeah.
In the winters, the Midwest gets fucking nasty, right?
Yeah.
So what's the opposite of cold?
Hot.
Go to a desert. You meet a lot of Chicagoans in Arizona and in Las Vegas.
True.
Also, the taxes out here is significantly less than it is in Illinois.
That's true.
And the cost of living is significantly less out here than it is in Illinois as well. That's at least the consensus that I hear from a lot of Chicagoans that I talk to, in just in passing with being in downtown Summerlin. But yeah.
All right.
That's my theory.
Yeah. Let's go on to the next game. Browns Chargers in LA. I got the Chargers.
That's gonna be such a good game.
I honestly
3-1.
I got the Chargers. I think that Nick Bosa can. I'm sorry, not Nick Bosa. Joey Bosa. Look,
right state, wrong team.
Yeah, they do the same shit. I hope Joey Bosa can really keep Nick Chubb in check because the Browns have been running the ball a lot. I have all the faith in the world in Justin Herbert. Herbie is like the man, dude.
I'm gonna take the Chargers as well.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
I would say that is probably my second game to watch. This week.
Okay, I agree. All right, let's go. We have an NFC matchup, NFC East. Sorry, Giants and Cowboys. I got the Cowboys.
Oh my god, I got the Cowboys by 1,000,000.
Yeah, no, I mean, I hope that for Taylor Heineke's sake that the Cowboys can lose. And you never know with these divisional matchups, especially in the NFC East. You never know. Shit
Oh
happens.
my god, such a crapshoot.
Shit happens. So
But that's with any divisional game though. Like that's with any game.
yeah,
Like I specifically remember. Okay, so this is kind of oh, he's talking about the Bears again. Go fucking figure. No shit. But 2013, it was Bears Packers in Chicago, and that was like it was in November, end of October, into November, right? So it was Bears Packers in Chicago. Everyone had written off the Bears and Cutler, and everyone was sitting there was like, "Oh, there's no fucking way that the Bears win this game," and the Bears won.
Yeah.
And
it's divisional
the case with
games.
any divisional game. It does not matter what teams they are. It doesn't matter what division it is. Divisional games are such
True.
a shit show and a
True.
crapshoot. There's no fucking way that you can predict it going anyway.
Well, I hope that if I had to bet on it, I'm going Cowboys, but I hope the Giants can pull it out.
I hope the Giants can pull it out. It's like exactly what you said, specifically for Taylor Heineke's sake, and the hope to what's the word I'm looking for? In the hope for a division hopeful.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Okay, let's move on. We're almost done here. We got the Niners and the Cardinals in Arizona. I got the Cardinals.
Yeah.
They're rolling. Kyler Murray is now my way too soon MVP. I don't see any type of weakness in the Cardinals right now. So yeah, I don't think that the Niners can hang, especially with I believe
Jimmy G out.
Jimmy G's out. So
Trey Lance put
Trey
up 20
Lance
points last week.
Right. But I'm just gonna say this. Welcome to the NFL. Let me introduce you to JJ Watt.
Exactly. Right now, it's hard for me to pick anyone other than the Cardinals.
It really is.
It's-
Until they give us a reason not to, or some significant
Exactly.
injury happens, there's no reason to not pick the Cardinals every week. And that's what I'm
Exactly.
going to do. I have Kyler Murray as MVP. I have the Cardinals winning the NFC West. I have them being one of the top, if not the top teams in the NFC. It's, as of right now, there's no reason to not think anything different.
I want to put a bold prediction out there. Ready?
Ready.
14-3.
Okay. I actually agree with that. I might even throw out a 15-2. Just because even the great teams lose a game sometimes. So
Yeah.
sometimes shit just doesn't go your way, Shit
Honestly,
happens. But
I would say that they lose a game coming out of their bye week, and because that they've been rolling all year, they've already guaranteed themselves the first round bye, and they rest all their fucking starters, and that's when
Yeah.
they lose the last game of the season.
I'll be amazed if JJ Watt can stay healthy for 17 weeks, but
Yeah, that'd be
Right?
That'd be interesting. But
Right?
the fact that you also have to look at it this way too, Kyler Murray has been doing so much work by himself.
that is true.
I feel like he can make up for
But-
it if JJ Watt does go down.
Yep, definitely. So anyway, moving on to the next game here, we have, and we already touched on it, our game of the week, Bills and Chiefs. I'm gonna go with the Bills. I know
gotta
it's
go Bills.
very, very hard to go into Kansas City and win, but the Chiefs' defense just can't be trusted. I think it's definitely gonna be. Did I say the Bills' defense? I meant the Chiefs. The Chiefs' defense cannot be trusted. I think it might end up being a shootout, but I think Josh Allen has gotten back to Josh Allen form, and also you got to raise the question mark about the Chiefs' offensive line. So between the liability of the Chiefs' offensive line and their defense, I got the Bills pulling it out by 10.
Oh, by 10?
By
I don't
10.
know about by 10.
And the Chiefs are actually 2.5-point favorites.
Well, yeah, they're going to be favorites in every game. It doesn't matter what their record is. But I also have the Bills. I do have the Bills pulling that game out. However, I have them winning by 3 in my head. My thing is, you are 100% correct in the fact of that offensive line is atrocious for Kansas City,
Yep.
and their defense is a very big question mark right now.
Yeah, definitely.
It doesn't even matter if you can get Tyreek Hill moving. If your defense can't shut down an offense, you're going to lose those games 9 times out of 10. Now, my thing is Patrick Mahomes' interception rate has gone up exponentially so far in 4 games. I don't see them winning that game. I really don't.
Okay.
So I got the Bills by a field goal.
Yeah.
They'll keep it close.
We're both on the Bills. Yeah.
As much as I would love to see the Chiefs get back on track. I really do. But also part of me is like, this is going to be another Brady and the Patriots situation where they just dominate every fucking year. And I'm tired of it because there are plenty of other teams that are just as deserving.
Right.
I.e. the Cardinals.
And really quick, not only is this our game of the week, but I'm making this my pick of the week, my bet of the week on the over. And keep in mind, I'm undefeated on my overs of the week now. So 56.
You are.
56,
That's true.
Yeah, 56.5. Definitely over. It's gonna be another shootout. So I wouldn't say put the mortgage on it, but maybe put your car. You never know. It's not my car, so.
Was that all the games?
No, we got one more Monday Night Football, and this one's going to be a pretty easy one. The Colts and the Ravens in Baltimore. 1, 2, 3, go, Baltimore.
Colts.
No,
that's going to be the 2-touchdown game right there.
At least, yeah. I got Baltimore winning pretty easily on that one.
I got them rushing for 200 yards.
Oh, man. All by Lamar Jackson?
All by Lamar. No, he's got like 150. No, that's going to be a blowout. That's going to be a really depressing game.
Yeah.
For Indy.
Yeah. Good news is Lamar Jackson actually is not top 5 in the league in rushing anymore.
Oh, that's good.
Right? I think it's okay.
I really don't feel like a quarterback should be in that conversation, but here we are.
All right, so yeah, those are the picks. That's the hot topics for week 4 and our week 3 topics and our week 4 predictions. No, I'm sorry, I'm backwards.
No, week 4
topics, week 5 predictions. Yep, you can definitely tell that I have
dyslexia.
Well, yeah, but
did you? I'm sorry. I know we've probably been talking for well over an hour, but I want to talk about this because you promised me that we could.
Okay.
Did you watch the AL wildcard game yesterday?
I definitely tuned in for a couple innings. No, I tuned in for a couple innings. I think that. Well, first off, I was really happy to see 2 former Cubs. I was really happy for you to see 2 former Cubs go yard. But look, Garrett Cole, he blew it, dude. He fucked up. Up.
Kyle Schwarber broke him. Schwarber broke him.
That man shaved his beard for nothing.
Jesus, dude. But Kyle Schwarber owns that motherfucker, dude. He really does, because you can date that shit back to the 2015 wild card game against the Pirates, the Cubs and Pirates, and I took him to the fucking Allegheny, bro.
I believe they showed that replay as well during the game.
Oh, 100%. But it was really cool to see. It was really cool to see both Schwarber and Rizzo go yard in that game for their respective teams. I'm glad that the Yankees are out because it's the fucking Yankees. Why the fuck would I want them to be in?
Definitely.
I really, and this goes against what I believe in growing up, but I want to see the White Sox do really well this year.
I actually have the White Sox winning the World Series.
I don't have them winning the World Series.
I do.
I do not.
Hashtag at me, bro.
Okay. I don't have them winning the World Series. I definitely have them at least going to the Championship Series for sure.
Okay.
I don't have them winning the World Series strictly because, well, for one, they have to play Houston in the first round. And Tampa is going to be playing the White Sox, or the Red Sox, I mean. So, with that being said,
I don't think the Red Sox win a game on that one.
I don't think the Red Sox win a game either. Tampa is a fucking force, bro. I honestly think it's who's your pick out the NL?
Whoever wins between the Cardinals and the Dodgers.
Huh?
Whoever wins between the Cardinals and the Dodgers.
Right now they're tied 1-1 in the top of the 7th.
I don't want the Giants to win it. I mean, I'd rather the Giants win it over the Dodgers. But if the Dodgers can escape this wild card game, I think that they roll. Now, granted, Clayton Kershaw is not playing. I don't think he's actually going to play the entire postseason, but you still have
Also Trevor Bauer.
You still have Max Scherzer, which that alone gives you all the power in the world.
Well, you got Max Scherzer, you have Julio Urias,
and Julio
and
won
Walker
20.
Walker
Julio won
Buehler.
20 games this year. So
you also have Walker Buehler too.
Yeah, I'm not. No Trevor Bauer, no Clayton Kershaw. I'm not worried in the slightest. And I really want to just go scrub my mouth with soap for saying that. But
I really want to see the Giants take it all this year. I really do. I would love that.
I just think that the Dodgers will be too much if they can escape the wild card game.
Now, don't get me wrong. I really want the White Sox to win the World Series because I would love for Chicago to remain a championship city. I really do. But my heart of hearts is telling me the Giants. They have been rolling all year. And to win the division with the Padres and the Dodgers trailing, like that's huge.
Yeah.
That's no feat to fucking scoff at all.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's definitely going to be this year's playoffs is going to be fun, dude. Both leagues are stacked.
I'm for it. But I still got the Sox going. I think a Sox Giants matchup would be really cool.
See, I want to see the Sox.
I'm White Sox. Sorry, White Sox Giants matchup, not Red Sox. I just want to get that clear.
Stupid. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be really fun. I'm really excited for it. I love playoff baseball because any bad bounce and could be a momentum changer. So I'm really excited to see this happen.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I might have to go eat some dinner right now and catch the backside of this game.
It's going into the bottom 7 right now, tied 1-1.
Well, let's go watch it.
I'm down.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you guys next week. We appreciate it. And any last words, Nick?
Again, if you guys do not agree with our picks, please call us out. I would love to talk about it. If you have any questions for either one of us, please say something.
Definitely agree. All right, guys. Catch you next week.
Later.